Hi there, my name is Dave Gray and I'm going to show you an exercise today called Squiggle Birds. You might be asking yourself, what's a squiggle bird? Well, I'm going to tell you right now. Basically, Squiggle Birds is an exercise that you can use if you want to get a group of people comfortable drawing. Let's say you're talking to business people or people who don't see themselves as artists. Maybe you're a therapist, you want to get people to start drawing their problems. You're a consultant, you want to get them to start drawing their ideas for innovation or for some other purpose. And you just want to get them comfortable with the idea, get them over the hump so they can start putting pen to paper and start drawing things. Squiggle Birds is a great exercise for that. I learned this from my friend Chris Glynn, who is a fine teacher who teaches fine things, illustrator and artist, extraordinary person and a great teacher. And I'm going to share this with you now. So here's what you do. You just get people to start making random squiggles on a sheet of paper like this. Just random squiggles. Any type of thing that they might want to make. I want to make a few of these here. And so now we've got some just totally random squiggles on a page. And then what you do is you want to show them, give them a couple of thoughts, like for example, and say, okay, now what we can do is we can add a beak, a little triangle, and an eye, and a couple of little bird feet, and maybe a tail, triangle. And suddenly you have a bird. And any of these shapes, you do the same thing. Here's one that's sort of already got a beak, a couple of feet, and a tail. Suddenly we have a bird. What about this guy? You can do so many things. You can put the beak anywhere. Maybe this guy is trying to get a worm. And we can draw a little worm there. And a tail. It's surprising how well this works, isn't it? You know, you've got basically, and the reason it works, and the point of the exercise is to say to people that the mind is an incredibly flexible instrument, that no matter what you do, you know, that, our minds can process information and we're a pattern finding machine. The brain just naturally finds patterns. We can't help but see things and assign meaning to them. So, the point of this is that your drawing doesn't actually have to be that good or even that thoughtful, or you don't even have to have figured out, how to draw things, because especially if you're drawing simply to communicate ideas and not to make some great artistic statement. The reason for this is that the mind fills it in. Now you can also, another thing I also tell people is if there's any doubt, you want to make something into something, here, like this guy. Sorry, I'm getting distracted because it's so fun. This is another thing about this exercise is it's really, really fun to do. So the point being that you don't have to worry too much about your drawing. The mind will fill it in. I'm going to finish these birds as I'm talking because it is really fun. It's a fun exercise. And I also tell people that, if there's any doubt and you're drawing something and you don't feel like it's really clear, just label it. Visual thinking does not mean that we can't use words or arrows or other diagrams or other things. All these things are, anytime you're doing visual thinking, I was kind of curious how these things are going to turn into birds. You're sort of like what we're talking about is a sort of a kind of discovery here as well. That's pretty fascinating. So remember, the mind will fill it in. Don't worry too much. Start putting pen to paper, and you can use, my name is Dave Gray. You can find me on Twitter at Dave Gray. Again, I got this exercise from my friend Chris Glynn, which I'll share in the comments. And try this out. It's a great way to get people drawing and thinking visually. Take care. Talk to you next time.